So, I hear you want to save a ton of time in the kitchen by doing freezer meal prep, but you don't want to spend hours preparing the meals. I think I can show you how. Hey, hi, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. If you've never seen my face before, my name is Mariah. You can call me Mo. I just recently had a baby and did a bunch of freezer meal prep for postpartum. I thought I would take you guys with me as I prepare a couple of meals and share with you some tips that I have for not really spending any extra time in the kitchen to have extra meals in the freezer. Hopefully that makes sense. So grab a drink and let's get right in. Grilled chicken is honestly one of our favorite meals, and it's great to have some of these just in the freezer, ready to pull out and thaw and throw on the grill. We usually pair this with some oven fries or some rice, maybe mac and cheese or a salad. And then almost always, whenever we have this chicken, we do this really tasty avocado salsa. It's kind of like a really chunky guacamole, like if pico de gallo and guacamole had a baby, kind of a thing. To make it, I'll usually just take some avocados and Roma tomatoes, onions, maybe some garlic, cilantro, and lemon juice. And it's super easy, but super duper tasty with the grilled chicken. It's also a great source of good fats and protein, which actually brings me to my first point. If you are making meals in preparation for recovering from something, whether that be from having a baby like me, or maybe you're having a surgery soon and you're preparing for that, whatever the case may be, think about making meals that are easy for your body to digest. So things like soups and casseroles, things that are high in protein, ingredients that are high in iron. Think about meals that you enjoy as well. If you're recovering from something, you're not going to want to be on a diet or some craziness. Make sure to have some foods in there that you love. Think about breakfasts, lunches. You can also do snacks, quick and easy, grab and go type of foods are great. Maybe think of breakfast sandwiches or burritos. The other recipe that you will see me make in this video is a chicken noodle soup base. I leave out the noodles because when noodles are frozen, they fall apart really easily. I think I just took a rotisserie chicken and threw it in a pot of water, let it boil for a few hours, and then added some celery, onions, and various spices, and lots of salt. Lots of salt. We love salt, specifically pink Himalayan salt. And so some tips for making prep easy and fast. Anytime you're doing freezer meal prep, whether you're preparing for something or not, try to batch as much as you can together. You might as well dirty the dishes and spend the time to make it once if you know that you're going to eat it. Say you're going to make shepherd's pie and you know that you will eat all the shepherd's pie in the world. Go ahead and do even 3 batches of shepherd's pie because you're going to eat it, and in the end it will just save so much time. So make as much as you can in one go of it. The second tip I have for you is to space it out. Don't do what I did and try to get all of your freezer meal prep done the last month of your pregnancy. I really wish I had begun this preparation at the beginning of my 3rd trimester. I would have had triple the amount of food in the freezer, plus I wouldn't have had to push myself so hard at the end of pregnancy to get everything done. Try to give yourself as much time to get it done as you can. Also, just give yourself breaks. Like, if you feel like you need a break, sit down and take a break. Don't overdo it. If you need to, give yourself grace to stop for the day or for a few minutes or for the week if you need to. Recruit help from your family members and friends because chances are they really want to help and just don't know how to. If they know that they can either on their own time be preparing some meals for you, or maybe you want to invite them over and make kind of a get together out of it where you just do a bunch of freezer meal prep. Those are both great ideas. So it's not all on you, and sometimes it's okay to ask for help and to receive it as well. So the main hack that I have for you guys for saving as much time as possible is to make double what you would normally make for one meal and freeze that extra batch. So if I make lasagna for dinner tonight, I'm just going to go ahead and make all of the filling in one go round, all of the tomato sauce, all of the noodles, everything. Like, I'm just gonna make all of it at once, and then we have dinner for tonight plus dinner for another night that's just in the freezer for whenever we need it. You're not taking any extra time, really. You're not taking a whole day just to do freezer meal prep, which is totally fine. In fact, that's what I prefer to do when I'm actually doing maybe breakfasts or snacks or something like that. But specifically for dinners, this is the way to go if you want to save as much time as possible in the kitchen. And then some last random tips that I have for you guys. Make bigger portions than you think. It's always better to have leftovers than to be hungry after a meal, right? So just, if you anticipate eating a certain amount, just make more than you think you'll need, because I guarantee you will end up eating it and maybe needing it. And if you're pulling out a meal from the freezer, you're going to need just as much convenience and cleanup as you are in preparation. So think about getting some throwaway containers or like the aluminum baking dishes just to make cleanup 10 times easier. They're really not that expensive. If you have any freezer meal prep tips of your own, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I would love to know what you think of this video, so also leave a like if you found it helpful. But I do want to leave you guys with a passage from Philippians 4. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. I hope these tips were helpful for you. And if they were, please like this video, share it with your friends. And if you like productivity content from a Christian perspective, from a mother's perspective, I also make homemaking content. I'm a stay-at-home mom. If you like any of that stuff, feel free to subscribe. I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye.